Well, as a kid, like, I don't know when it was, about 59, I think, Hanna-Barbera came out with some really cheap animated series like Huckleberry Hound and Flintstones and things like that, and I hated that stuff. After watching a few episodes, I never watched it again. I couldn't stand it. It was so cheap. I mean, to describe to you how cheap that stuff was, I mean, they had a character, I think his name was El Caban or something, who was swinging. He was swinging across the jungle or something on a rope. And I mean, if you're swinging on a rope, the angle of the rope is going to change as you're going across. The background's flying past, and the rope stays at the same angle, no matter how far he goes. And that's just an example of how poor that stuff was. I mean, it stinks.
Is there anything you do like?
Oh yeah, Disney stuff. There in Willie the Whale from the 40s. There was when the whale was finally murdered by this brutal sea captain, and he went diving away into the distance. The ocean was just doing everything, you know, that an ocean would do, and it was colossal. I mean, I saw that at the theater when I was about 9 or something. Saw it on the big screen, and I was just impressed beyond words. And later, when I was in LA, and well, it was on that trip when I came down looking for work in '73, and I was with some film buffs, and they showed that film, and it came to that scene where the whale got shot with a harpoon, and then you see him splash or something, and then nothing. And I'm thinking, now why did I hype that so much in my mind? Later, I saw that again much later in the 90s, late 90s. I saw that again on TV, and that scene was actually there. What had happened when I saw it in the 70s was the print that they these film buffs rented, had been rented by some very stupid and greedy film buff, and he took and cut that scene out and spliced the film back together so he could have that scene for himself, and other people couldn't see it. And because when I saw it again in the 90s, here it was everything I remembered from, age 9. It was tremendous. I mean, it was some of probably the most detailed cell animation ever done. Because Disney Studios sometimes did things like that, like the old mill and various of those things, where they strived for a naturalistic look. And that's the stuff I like most.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll have a little session with Bruce. Go ahead.
Oh, that's not fair. I refuse to incriminate. It's something I'm getting over as I get older. I don't have the. Maybe I'm getting mature. I think no, it's not even that. It's just that I don't have the physical constitution to withstand that horrible stuff anymore.
So we want to remind you, Bruce is going to put out some of his art here for sale, and we have DVDs. We want to thank Adrian and all you folks for showing up, and please spread the word. Come on back on Tuesday for another show.